Hello, I'm Professor Buzzkill.
Hey, that's not a real name.
And I'd like to get my message out. That message is about history and myth. I'm here on Kickstarter to promote a new blog and podcast called Professor Buzzkill, named after myself.
Fake name.
Well, be that as it may. We all fall victim to historical myths. All those late night bull sessions, arguments with coworkers, and especially during election season, the air is rife with historical myths flying back and forth.
And that's a bad thing?
Yes, it's often a very bad thing. Our views of the world, our political choices, and sometimes even our personal choices are misguided by historical myths.
Well, why would people do that?
Because historical myths are passed down from generation to generation. They last forever. JFK even said that they were more damaging than lies.
Ooh, quotes.
Would you take this seriously? This is Kickstarter. We've got to be sincere and convincing. Myths are persuasive because they seem like they could be true, and so we swallow them whole and we internalize them. Once we internalize them, they affect our thinking.
What kind of myths, Professor?
Well, that Prohibition increased drinking, that Victorians put skirts on table legs that looked too sexy, that J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser.
That's a good one.
I like that one.
Well, it is kind of nice to think of J. Edgar Hoover as such a tight-ass control freak, being a cross-dresser and having such a wild side.
There's nothing wrong with cross-dressing.
No, there's nothing wrong with cross-dressing, but it's not historically true, and it's affected the way we've looked at everything that relates to that period of American history.
So this is just about booze and sex, right?
And a lot more. Exploring and exploding historical myths is one way to look at the fascinating complexity of history, and that helps us think much more carefully about current affairs and how we react to them.
Why do we need a blog and a podcast?
Because that's the future, kids, and Professor Buzzkill needs to reach as many people as possible. New media is the way, and a blog and podcast will be fun. But blogs and podcasts are not free. We need equipment, we need a sound engineer, we need research assistants, and we need promotional materials. That way, Professor Buzzkill can get out to the people who need to hear it.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
We have lots of rewards for our contributors. Coffee cups, t-shirts, shout-outs on the blog and podcasts, books,
Woohoo!
and a lot more. Look down here for all the details. The biggest reward, however, will be knowing that you contributed to a better public understanding of history.
And that's gonna make us better people?
Let's hope so. Listen, I want to thank everyone at Shuttered Studios, the hardware store, a community of digital freelance professionals. Thanks to all you Kickstarters for watching, listening, and supporting Professor Buzzkill.
Hoover's not a cross-dresser. It's like a total buzzkill.
Oh, it's like Mythbusters for history.